Alright. Ed, you ready to go? Ed, let's do it.
Alien Covenant was directed by Ridley Scott and it stars Catherine Waterston, Michael Fassbender, Danny McBride and Billy Crudup.
It's the prequel to Alien and the sequel to Prometheus. It follows an inept crew of colonists who journeying off to a distant planet to repopulate as Earth is now overpopulated. And on their trip, they stumble upon a planet that looks more inviting to start the new colony, and turns out they get into a heap of shit. As an Alien fan, Ed, what'd you think of the film?
I love the first 3, even 4 Alien films. Prometheus, the 2012 film that served as kind of a prequel to this franchise, also directed by Ridley Scott, is one of my, if not my least favourite movie of all time. It's a movie I truly, truly hate. This movie improves upon Prometheus, but I left the movie feeling very cold with a lot of mixed feelings that we can get into later. Ridley Scott still has a fantastic visual style and the movie looks beautiful, but whatever they're doing right now with these prequel movies isn't working. And they either need to move into a new direction or bring in some new people.
Yep, so the first point thing we should talk about is the Ridley Scott style. Like,
the movie looks beautiful.
It does, it really does.
The movie looks fantastic. This guy doesn't know how to shoot a bad looking film. Whatever he's doing is just, it's unparalleled. He's one of my favourite directors for this very reason.
Exactly. The settings, the spaceship design.
Shot mostly in Australia, fun fact, and New Zealand.
That's pretty cool. But yeah, overall a really amazing looking movie. Okay, so with the amazing scenes shot by Ridley Scott, we do get a different style of alien. We do get like a different...
It's kind of like a precursor to the xenomorph that you kind of see later in the Alien franchise.
It's like a subspecies of alien, which then developed a lot during the film. But then as we reach the third act of the film, we get full-blown the first xenomorph, which we'll talk about its birthing later, but the design of the alien is very similar to the original. However, because it was all done in CGI, it just isn't as menacing.
It loses a little bit of effect because the first one really had this kind of, like, it felt so real that it had this incredibly menacing effect. But I didn't have as much of a problem with the CG. I thought it was pretty consistently good throughout the whole movie, but I can understand your concerns that it's not the same as it once was, just because we have kind of lost that practical effect.
And along with that is, with the younger species of aliens that we see, how they were born. We do get a quick clip of it in the trailer.
It's really fucking
coming
creepy.
out of the
really
guy's
creepy.
back. It's really gory.
One thing this movie does really well is the gore. The gore is like, it's intense. It freaks you out. Like, the entire audience in our screening of the movie was really creeped out. You could feel it. You could hear it.
It made me queasy.
Yeah.
I'm not kidding. And then the only problem with that is when this new baby alien would come out and start attacking people. Firstly, the characters would do stupid things like split off from the group and leave one person alone. But then when it would attack, it would just be an actor like moving around, like not knowing where the actual alien is on the set, and then they just had like blood spurts and then just a CGI alien just dumped in there.
Like I said, there is a lot of good in this movie, but to be honest, the biggest and most frustrating part of the movie, which unfortunately accounts for most of it, is just the story and just generally the writing of this. The first 45 minutes when you're just kind of with this crew and their attempts to kind of colonize this planet, it's actually really interesting. And then all of a sudden a character from Prometheus appears. We won't spoil exactly what the implications of this character in the movie are, but it just kind of derails the entire thing. And the first Alien movie was a really, really simple movie, and even Aliens, they're simple movies with simple premises. Small team of actors and this one threat, and how they're going to resolve this, this problem.
And another point on that was you got so much time to be with these characters, and we got to know them. But in Alien Covenant, we get a prologue clip of all these characters together, bonding, and we get more information about these characters from this prologue that is in the movie than we do in the entire film.
Yeah, but I mean, look, even that said though, like, I liked in the first 45 minutes, I really liked the actors portraying these characters, and I didn't mind these characters at all. And I thought if they kind of stuck to that course, it could have been a really fascinating movie. But then when they really try to bring in this character from Prometheus and really try and connect it to this whole idea of the creation of Earth and humans, it just falls apart, and it's completely uninteresting. The middle section of this movie is boring, and it's an aliens movie, and it shouldn't be boring. It should be exciting. It should be like, my blood should be pulsing. One of the biggest problems that this movie has, and it also was a problem with Prometheus, was that you've got these really great sci-fi movies, these really great sci-fi ideas. Like, this movie is like really quite philosophical. I won't spoil specifically what it gets into, but it deals with some really kind of weighty themes. I think they're worse movies for the fact that they're part of this Alien franchise, because they're trying so hard to connect everything together and tell us every single detail about everything that happened in the first, in the original Alien movies, or even Aliens.
Like, we don't need to know where the aliens came from.
No one cares.
Space. It's space.
It's a sci-fi movie.
Don't need to know
no one
everything.
cares. Just because it's trying to connect it to everything, it just doesn't work. And both this and Prometheus just fall flat.
So, two standouts from this film, we've got Danny McBride and Michael Fassbender.
Well, I mean, Michael Fassbender, the dude is great in everything. It's hard to really pick out a bad performance. I mean, he's in bad movies. He was in Assassin's Creed last year. But yeah, Danny McBride, as you said, he's really fantastic. Never really seen him in a blockbuster like this.
It really shows his acting range in this film.
The range that I didn't even know existed. Like, all I'd ever seen him in is kind of being a goofball in a comedy movie, or just like a complete arsehole. And in this one, he is still quite funny, but he really brings his dramatic chops, and he's kind of the heart of the movie towards the end, along with Catherine Waterston, who I also did a pretty good job. Really wanted her to fit that kind of Ripley character.
Ripley
but,
number 4.
Yeah, it doesn't quite work, but I think for what she's given, she does a pretty good job.
And with Michael Fassbender, we see him his character from Prometheus film, David, interact with Walter, and how they shot that and how he was able to communicate with himself, it was just incredible. And
yeah, I mean, like, I think those scenes in particular aren't actually particularly interesting, but it's an acting masterclass. It's an acting masterclass, and for visual effects as well.
Yeah.
Okay, so before we wrap up, we did have a giveaway at the end of our last episode for the Guardians of the Galaxy 1 on Blu-ray, and the winner of that competition is listed right here. Congratulations, that person. We'll be sending that out to you in the next few days.
Thanks, guys. We've been the Film Idiots. Remember to Insta, Google, tweet, face our videos. Remember to subscribe to our channel as well for more awesome reviews.
We've got lots of great movies coming up. I think June 1st, Wonder Woman's coming out. Very much looking forward to see that. But until then, we've been the Film Idiots, and we'll see you guys around.